These are the heroes
Let's
that
go,
don't
bro.
need items,
Game
and
kedua.
yet they can deal a lot of damage. They can tank a lot.
Uzbekistan
So I want to
versus
see
Argentina.
the rotations coming in from Uzbekistan go towards EXP and basically bully him out.
In the previous game, the hero plays were expected from Ellis and Yasia, but this game it has to come from Hinata. Right? This Arlet has such an important task, but caveat is you cannot lose early to Neo. They themselves call an early gang, but they are going to Solidify instead. Gato was in a wrong position, and it's Miyuki that comes out on top, and that is bad news because the jungle now gets invaded. Miyuki easily gets out of this without any issues at all, and they get the law and order onto the Joy. Miyuki finds a second body, and things have gone from bad to worse.
And this is where the true value of using a simple hero in the draft really shows, where you saw what the Gato was trying to do was try to set up. But hold on, Hinata is fighting back and doing quite a bit of damage here.
Phantom execution, that's a flicker out from Hinata, and Miyuki is living in the jungle and the lane of Uzbekistan. You couldn't have asked for a better start for Lancelot of all heroes.
Yeah, we can see that Uzbekistan, they understand that Miyuki is going to gank the mid. That's why we saw an early rotation coming in from the Joy. But again, what the Gata was trying to do was set up for a taunt against multiple targets. But look at Hylos. Skill 1, walks around, basic attack, boom, stuns.
Law and order. I punish you to death.
And death you shall receive.
And who else went down? Yeah, Joy. Here's a ticket. It's a speeding ticket. You're moving too fast. Go down.
And look at this, Rizza dealing quite a lot of damage onto Ellis and trying to get it back. If the level 4 hits there.
If that was a level 4, that was an instant solo kill.
Yeah.
Still, they will get a sort of level 4 already.
Miyuki.
Oh boy, level 6 for Miyuki. Joy is 2 levels behind. Honestly, if I'm Argentina, I would give all my waves to Miyuki.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. And now look at this, Yasha is taking quite a lot of damage from Naval as well as Miz. And in this current rotation, they gotta give something over to the Joy because you cannot have your jungler being 2 levels behind.
This is not good. They even called Hinata to rotate all the way to the top lane and they didn't get anything in return. So this is just a bad spot for them to be in. Solidify barely gets out. This gut dot is not even 4 yet. An attempted pullback from Rizza, didn't get it, but it's fine.
Unfortunate timing for the Observer to check you out.
Yeah, and they will still find Ellis though, not a problem. Blast him with the Void Crystal. Rizza surely goes down here. They finally pick it up. Yasia, with the help of Solidify, gets the collection. Still Argentina, almost 2,000 go ahead. There is some backup there. Hinata is hiding in the bush. He's completely abandoned the XP lane. I'm not really sure if that's the choice. The AOG from Solidify to get out of the situation. Phantom execution on a tree. Miyuki is dangerous. As Yasia is going to take a puncture to space, Miyuki comes back, swings right in, gets the reset with a taunt. Now he's going to Solidify. Finally gets the shutdown for her goal lane.
Yeah, right now Argentina, they're giving the advantage over to Uzbekistan because even though they do have gold advantage, but look at the kill score. It's 4-3 right now, and from 2,000 gold to 1,000. Basically, Uzbekistan, they just cut down the advantage by half in one play, and now, look at this, even Clearly is having a little bit more confident here to go for the trades against the mid.
All things considered, not too bad for Uzbekistan. Getting a big bounty onto Miyuki, especially it was Ellis that picked it up, right? Like we talk about this Iratel really needing a lot more to come online thanks to the recent nerf that she received, and that shutdown goal is so important.
Yeah, and if the game drags on like the previous game, a team with the marksman should perform quite well here. So now for Uzbekistan, if they win this turtle fight, Argentina is gonna lose a lot here. But the fact that they have a Yuzong, Argentina should be the one commanding this turtle. They should have a clear advantage, and Ellis is moving quite far ahead.
Like Dragon Forest is so out of position, and they're gonna jump onto him first. Great call from Argentina. Petrify onto Ellis. Ellis is now stuck. The AOG comes in, trying to save Ellis, but the RW is dead. The box. Ellis barely makes it out with her life, and they come in with electrifying bees, and that's 10,000 foes of joy right on top of Argentina. And slowly gets out of that as well. The Tower of Sacrifice results in a kill. Yasia picks that up, gives her life away, but Uzbekistan, they're fighting back.
Overall, I gotta say Argentina still wins that out, but Uzbekistan, they didn't didn't get it. they didn't lose everything, right? The fact that Ellis was somehow able to survive, that's a miracle over there. And now they want to go on to Naval, already using the flicker. It looks like Naval trying to escape Ellis here. Ellis still doing 3 damage. All the while, Miz gets hit by Hinata. No one is there to back it up. But here comes Miyuki trying to chase after Ellis and actually gets the kill. Goes back in onto Hinata, and Hinata kills Miyuki.
Nice, Miyuki juga tumbang
Another
ya.
time the last lot finds a double kill and gets slain. And if I am Uzbekistan, I'm happy with that trade. This 2K goal lead has not increased in the past 2 to 3 minutes. And now Uzbekistan gets command of the turtle. They should be able to get it to help catch up in terms of goal and experience. Could not have asked for a better chain of events. RWM is not doing enough to take this joint down. Argentina needs to start paying a bit more attention to how these fights are playing out. These ultimates are good, but Uzbekistan, they have the resources to power through it.
I would say Argentina is playing Uzbekistan game because they're like, how do we slow it down? Okay, how about we fight and then just don't lose everything? And that's what they're doing. They're fight, but instead of losing, they're trading, right? That makes it so that the game extends. And when the game extends, eventually you get the items. Speaking of which, holy crystal now on the joint.
And they take down Yasia, AOG, good defense, Doglify, the savior, Naval getting ran down. Doesn't get a kill! Ellis really tried her best and Naval gets away. The passive shield was more than enough and Miyuki should be able to clean up the rest. Destroy, able to dash to safety. Argentina gets away and scrapes by with a kill.
Yeah, and all the while, Arlet is pushing mid. It looks like A is going to recall. Ellis needs to be careful here because the timing is very different for Uritel now because before this, 2 items is more than enough for you to go aggressive. Now, not really. And all the while, Miyuki solo kills Yasha.
I would say that really makes Uritel look very, very bad. That's 2 times in a row that she failed to get a kill onto an Eve, which should have been the case 2 patches ago. Now that lead for Argentina has definitely increased. Miyuki in the 1v1 against Hinata. Hinata final slash. Can they stop Miyuki though? Sadly, they didn't have the control. Red carpet laid down. Hinata is deep in enemy lines. On to Miyuki. One last dash should do it. Miyuki by the skin of her teeth gets out.
A valiant effort. If you can get that, I would say that's pretty worth it. Trading an EXP for a jungler. Miyuki right now 8-2-3. Argentina with almost 4,000 gold with the Lord spawning in 10 seconds. They're in a very good position to control that. And look at this, even slowly has to recall here. Looks, no, she's staying.
Oh no.
She might get caught. No, they don't know where she is yet. They see her, but they don't have ways to catch her. So not gonna get punished for that one.
Yeah. Credits to Uzbekistan for all the events that have transpired. Sockdify's AOG has been pretty good in using a defensive manner. We a couple of skirmishes, even though
we are in a pause here. We're gonna make sure that everything is settled on stage before we get back into the game because again, the stakes are high.
Yeah. Seems like we've gotten the green light and everything is back in order. We're gonna head back into game number 2. And I want to see a game 3, right? Again, we know that Uzbekistan has shown us some potential. Obviously, there are things that needed to be fine-tuned. They are put in the same position as game 1 where they need to play from behind. But they have the tools this time. It's not like I have a Hilda and a Baxia, I have Arla and Baton. Those are good tools. Doglify will have to be sacrificed, unfortunately. But at least to get to top tier 1, the Lord will spawn in the next 4 seconds. Argentina will try to push this goal lead.
It was unfortunate. It looks like he was trying to manipulate away, but look at this. The Joy tries to go in, gets stunned up, takes a lot of damage, but the Yank gets overturned, gets Neo, able to connect onto 3 people there, Husky.
Beautiful stuff from Soli and Yasia. That is what we've been talking about. The confidence has not been extinguished in any form. They play a distraction. Yasia watches as her jungler clears the wave and goes in for the finishing blow. They should allow Uzbekistan to deal with the Lord even more comfortably now that the midway has been cleared out, so there's no synced out wave for Argentina anymore. I honestly thought that Rizza was able to stop it, right? We have a Ruby in the midst and still, slowly, you gotta be very careful. Venom execution, good dodge. Doglify again, here to keep her jungler safe.
Now, almost able to get that taunt as well. So right now, it looks like Argentina is still going to be able to get the tier 2. Their base should be okay here. But look at top. Looks like Alice is getting caught again by Naval on the real world manipulation. Down bot here. Looks like Miyuki gets killed on the Butterfly. But look at that. The Joy is going to be the next target. And Miyuki gets it. Gets a double kill. But Yasha has arrived. Yasha is going for Miyuki. And Miyuki gets taken down by Alice. And now Miz is on the chopping board. Double kill for Alice. And now even the Black Dragon form is being used. But looks like it's just going to secure the mid-tier 2.
Oh, good movement from Hinata. What a dodge with the flicker. The confidence is showing, and at least she's starting to hurt. She has some items. These shutdowns that they gave to this Irithel might come and bite them in the back. And now there truly is a chance for Uzbekistan to crawl their way back into this game. The goalie for Argentina, close to 5,000, but you honestly would have expected a bit more from what they've gotten earlier on. This Kagura is paying off. This Soglify, Gato Kacha, is starting to be the hero of the game. Even Hinata as well has some insanely fancy footwork.
Yeah, like I'm impressed by the Kagura, man. Managing to use the Yin Yang overturn on multiple targets, giving time, giving space for her teammates to actually follow up with the damage. As we saw, Ellis does have the damage, but we also saw the damage coming in from the Eve.
Yep.
And that's the weird thing about the Eve. The damage isn't splashy. It doesn't look like a Feather S-Strike. It looks small, but the damage is huge. Looking at the items here, having the Enchanted Talisman, Glowing Wand, and the Divine Glaive for Naval, already dealing quite a lot of damage. The question is, what is going to be next year? Are you going for... Looks like not going for the Wishing Lantern might just be more defensive with the Blood Wings, making sure that you don't actually get caught, which honestly is a pretty good idea that you're 4 and 6.
Yeah. Oh, see the high-lows. Unfortunately, I don't think Riza can do anything there, so Uzbekistan making sure that they at least keep one of their lanes intact. That also gives Argentina room to start the second Lord. Yasha doesn't get the Yin Yang overturn connect onto Riza, sadly. So Argentina should get this objective without any problem. Ellis is going for Malefic Gun too, so no Winds of Nature. Gotta keep tabs on that. So no defensive items for Ellis. She's going full throttle, full damage, and just try to contribute to these team fights.
I think that's the call, right?
Like I agree.
We just gotta win a team fight, and defense doesn't win those team fights. You just need a lot of offense. At that point, you're just like, okay, if it works out, great, great.
And I think for Uzbekistan, this second Lord is definitely going to be slightly harder to defend against, right? No holy defense. Let's see how many inhibitors they will keep. I think if they can keep at least 2 inhibitors alive, that would be great. All the waves are synced up from Argentina. They're ready to go for this siege. They have all the big ultimates to make it happen. No flicker for Riza, but still, it's not going to be easy.
And the Lord marching in down mid. Naval is looking for an opportunity for the real one manipulation, using it, hitting on 3.
Illis able to dash away with the heavy crossbow. Here comes Leo with the petrified Furious Dive, and it's gone on. He goes down, Soglify late with the AOG. To get a 2-for-1 trade, Miyuki actually ends up going down. They didn't get the mini inhibitor. Oh, misses trap underneath the structure, but blows it up in time. And Naval with the flicker takes out Yasha, but slowly takes out Miss in the process. All things considered, Uzbekistan holds the fort again.
Yeah, it looks like Naval is actually going for the Wishing Lantern, and fair. Looks like Argentina, they might need a little bit more damage, considering that what we're seeing here, where Miyuki and Neo might feel a little bit, I don't know, too overzealous, trying to end the game pretty fast, diving in quite deep. I kind of feel like Miyuki, yes, is going to be a pretty flashy play, but when Tournament Live is on the spot, maybe it's better to have your either fighters, doesn't matter, Neo or Riza, to take away some crucial crowd control, and then you actually go in.
I have a feeling that they probably got hit by Yin Yang overturn or something, because Hinata and Yasha, they were able to do what they want. Yasha didn't
Maybe got taunted.
That could be too, because Soglify slightly late on the AOG, but nonetheless was able to get the shutdown onto Neo. By the way, most of the damage dealt that eventually resulted in Ellis going down was from Naval, and I think this was 1 RWM and 2 pops of the RWM Void Blast. Only gonna get even more painful. You might even need a Rose Gold at one point.
Yeah. It looks like going for the Wind of Nature instead, fearing the damage coming in from Miyuki as well as Neo. But yeah, the damage coming in from the Eve is no joke here. Hinata finds Neo.
Oh, Neo. That's an important kill. Massive setup from Yasha and Hinata again to make this happen.
And all before the Lord spawns here. But that only becomes a big deal if they're able to to basically use the advantage now. If they wait for another 20 seconds, speaking of which, nothing is gone.
AOG, Soglify, again hits on the tree. They find taunt onto Naval. Ellis, not in the right spot, but there is the umbrella. Be careful though. Miyuki trying to jump in to fight Ellis. There's the Wisdom of Nature, but he runs out in time. Miyuki with the most important takedown of that fight. And I swear I thought Uzbekistan had it, but now Argentina have wrestled back control.
Yeah, we can see that Alice was in her headspace. I want this 1v1. I want to deal with Miyuki. But again, Miyuki able to wait out long enough until the Wind of Nature is done. And all the while, man, Naval having help from Neo, from Miz, was able to deal the damage while running away, even securing the lore for herself. Gee, I wonder who's going to be the MVP for this one.
It must feel pretty horrible because I think Hinata and Soglify, they did everything in their power. A 3-man AOG, they stole out the RWM, they isolated Miyuki, but the comms were just not there. They were both, I mean, Ellis and the rest of the team were distracted with what they were doing. I feel like they have the tools to pull off one last base defense, but it has to be perfect.
They just got to figure out, okay, how do we deal with this Eve, man? Because the problem is, win condition for Uzbekistan, Alice. She's the first one to die. That's not how you protect your win condition here.
You get out of a damage range. That's one way to do it. Can't happen if you lose Soglify. In the right position. Oh, Soglify, she is the important piece of the puzzle. Alice now gets jumped on. And with the Lord crashing in, Alice is forced to go back to the base. The Lord still very healthy. As it starts pounding on the crystal, Argentina will look for the final blow. Uzbekistan's best efforts just is not enough. Argentina proceeds to the lower bracket.
Congratulations to Argentina, a clean sweep here 2-0.
Argentina, guys.
An amazing performance coming in, especially from the mid trio.